Clive Palmer has threatened not to reopen his Queensland nickel refinery and instead enjoy the fruits of a recent multi-million-dollar legal victory if his assets are frozen. It's led to calls for Mr Palmer to stop playing games with the people of Townsville.
Ray Alexander is one of 800 North Queenslanders who lost their job when Queensland Nickel collapsed in 2016. He's been holding out hope the refinery would one day be resurrected.
I'd be very happy for everyone in Townsville. If Queensland Nickel did open back up again, there would be, even at half the size, 400 people. That'd be fantastic.
Late last year, the West Australian Supreme Court awarded Clive Palmer's company, Mineralogy, $350 million in unpaid royalties. The businessman suggested he'd use $25 million of that to help reopen the Townsville refinery. The news was met with scepticism.
He's not making any friends. I think he's burnt all his bridges. The chances of him getting that home to open up, he would need to distance himself because the smell's still there.
Mr Palmer is fighting an application by Queensland Nickel liquidators in Brisbane's Supreme Court to freeze $200 million of his personal assets. It's part of a claim against him for allegedly acting as a shadow director for the company and breaching his duties. In a fresh affidavit, he writes, if his assets are frozen, it'd be untenable and unworkable to reopen the Townsville plant, and the opportunity to create 2,000 jobs would be lost, and that granting any orders would result in him not investing any more funds into the refinery and just enjoying the fruits of the mineralogy judgment.
Stop putting out false hopes, stop threatening the people of Townsville. And really, if he has got some spare cash, why does he not pay the entitlements that are still owed to some of the workers of QNI?
In the affidavit, Clive Palmer claims he's worth about $4 billion and a freeze order would significantly hurt business. He says it's unreasonable to have to give liquidators 7 days' notice before dealing with assets because Queensland Nickel alone would conduct 35,000 transactions a month. The case is due back in court in about 3 weeks. Ashley Stevenson, ABC News, Brisbane.